I think I owe the PO-128 Megaman an apology.
Freebeat.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to Freebeat, where I post new music-related content every single day, so if that sounds good to you, hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell. Let's get started. So I reviewed the PO-128 Megaman back in February of this year, 2021, and I gave it a D. And, I think I need to apologize for that, but let's expand on that a little bit. So back in February, I gave this pocket operator a D because I felt that it was very similar to the PO-28 Robot with a $30 price hike. Basically, I thought that the only difference, or in my opinion, the only really noticeable difference, was that you could sequence a note and then hold that note down, and then use this knob here to cycle through all 12 notes of the Western music scale. Which, I mean, it is a great feature, and definitely is one of the coolest things about the Megaman, but I really harped on it for its glitchiness in the live recording section. So let me demonstrate that really quick. So let's go to the drum kit, give ourselves a little metronome, just a little hi-hat, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let's switch back to a lead tone and try to sequence something in real time. 2, 3, 4. Hear that? It glitched out, and it completely quantized my playing in the wrong spot. That is definitely not where I put that note. This one right here was very clearly on the and of 3 rather than the E of 3. And that plus the price hike really just soured my opinion on the Megaman, and I kind of unloaded on it in my review, as much as I can unload on a piece of gear anyway, and I gave it a D. And I have to admit, lately I've been coming back and using the Megaman quite a bit more, and it really has to do with a fellow YouTuber, Gaz Rendar, who has a very small channel, and I highly recommend checking him out. He does like classic 8-bit covers on the Megaman, and they are phenomenal and have really opened my mind as to what this thing can do. Recently, he covered the file select screen theme from Super Mario 64, which is one of my favorite pieces of music in that entire game and something I would never have thought to cover on the Megaman. So it kind of made me reapproach the Megaman with a different mindset. This is not a device for the live player, for someone who's playing stuff in live. No, this is a device for someone who wants to sequence a full track, set it down, and press play and just let the whole thing run. If you've been following my channel, you know that's kind of my favorite way to use my gear. I don't really like to play things live after the fact. I like to set the gear down, press the play button, and let the music unfold. So after the realization that this was not meant for live play, or even to play your musical notes or drum notes in live, everything's meant to be sequenced, I've kind of changed my tune on this thing, and I certainly think it deserves a better grade than a D. I'm right now thinking in the B wheelhouse. I'm not going to officially give it a new score yet, but I figured I would at least tell you guys that I have really changed my opinion on the Megaman. I'm definitely going to link this video at the end of the original review, so if someone does watch that review, they can come here and see a more positive outlook on it. And let's come up with a little jam, shall we? Let's get some drums going. Let's go like do 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 ga do 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 jack do do, just super heavy. That'll be our snare. Bring the tempo way down. Yeah, let's copy that into a separate pattern. And now we get two different melodic lines we can sequence. We get a low voice and a high voice, and we can just straight up sequence those. We can change the octave just by pressing the sound button. So let's sequence that. So we'll go da 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 da. So we can sequence each note melodically just like we sequence the rhythmic ones, and that's really cool. So we want this note right here, and then we want this note right here. And then we'll copy this whole pattern into slot 3, and we will remove these two notes again because we're going to change them, and this one as well. There we go. So let's chain these two patterns together and listen. I also want the snare drum to hit on beat 3, so let's remove the kick. Make sure we select that snare, put it on 3. And I want this sound to be on the and the of 4. Yeah, just like that. So this is definitely more of a device for this kind of songwriting. So let's copy those two patterns into new slots and let's come up with something melodically now. Maybe just like a simple harmony. Yeah, something like that. Nice and simple. We'll worry about the volumes in just a second. Let's go da 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 da. So now we want this note right there, this note right here. Now the next pattern. Now we have a whole bunch of alternating notes because we're gonna go. Yeah. So we want that, that. Just like that. Awesome. Let's chain those and listen now. So it sounds like our lead sound might have changed. It did. So you can actually select between your 8 different lead sounds on every single pattern. So pattern 5 here has sound 3 as the lead. Pattern 6 has sound 1 as the lead. So I think I want to go back to pattern 5 and change the lead to sound 1. I think I like that better. Now let's chain those two patterns. So already you can see the potential here, but let's maybe try to segue into a new section. And who knows, maybe I'll expand on this song in a future video. Maybe I'll use the basis of this song here for the actual part 2 of the review that's going to come later. Now if we hold sound, we actually get access to a miniature mixer where we can control the levels of the bass sound and the lead sound. So knob A is the lead, knob B is the bass. Cool. So I'm going to take pattern 2 and I'm going to copy those two patterns 2 and 3 into slot 7 and 8 now. Make sure that our lead sounds are both on number 1. Yep. So now let's put a glide into that last note. So I'm going to put the note on beat 1 of our new pattern. I'm going to hold it down and then press the glide button. Now let's listen. When we play our pattern, it's going to scoop up into that note. Nice. Now let's listen to everything we've done here. I'm going to chain our patterns and here we go. So it's nothing crazy, but I was able to throw that together in just under 10 minutes, I think. And that's pretty cool, especially for a device that costs less than $100 US. So I'm definitely changing my mind on the Megaman. There are certainly still some quirks to it and some things that I desperately wish I could fix or change. But I think it definitely deserves better than a D, and I can't wait to come back to this in the near future and give it a more proper and well thought out review. So I do hope you enjoyed this video, or at least found it informative. If so, be sure to leave a like on it. If not, you can always leave a dislike, that's okay too. Doesn't hurt my feelings, just makes me try that much harder next time. Either way, be sure to hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell. Thank you so very much for being here. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.